Hello and welcome to another Tim Allen 1337 guide, where today we're going to talk about making money. In this video, we're going to go over some of the basic ways of making money in BDO, but also my routine to consistently making money while preventing burning out. Making silver in BDO really comes down to two things above all else: diversity and consistency. So let's talk about those words for a few minutes and how they relate to BDO. First, making sure you have a diverse way of making silver in this game is absolutely paramount for a couple of reasons. First and most importantly, it makes this game way more interesting. Trust me, only grinding for your silver is one of the easiest ways to get burn out of this game. Patches come out weekly nearly without fail, and they almost always have some kind of event, bonus, EXP event, something. You should use this to guide what you do in the game, and should naturally help prevent you from burning out. We recently had a grinding buff with an extra 50% drop rate, and now we have a sailing EXP buff to promote the new Great Expedition content. But we're also all still getting a handle on the new Gathering Mastery gear and system. There has never been more viable ways to make silver in this game, and they're going to continue to add more. Now, I'm not saying not to specialize, especially when it comes to life skills. Some people are extremely successful in alchemy, others with cooking or horse training or trading. It's definitely worth to take a good look at how your nodes are set up and what you're interested in working on. But when you're out of materials, or you're just tired of looking at progress bars for life skilling, get out and grind or grab a boat. There's plenty to do in this game that makes money. As a veteran player with a ton of materials in the bank, I'm spending my free semi-AFK time processing as much materials as possible. I have a character with high trade level, and I want to create those materials up and trade them in the desert for maximum profit. But I'm also making sure that I'm maxing out my Imperial Cooking trade-ins every day. Some of the Imperial Cooking recipes are nearly pure profit, like boiled eggs, 5-grain chicken, that kind of stuff, and they always have been. And now with Gathering Mastery, a lot of the meat recipes have become viable as well. Make sure you're doing the math on these recipes to see if they are profitable though. If you take a look at Suitsi, if I was to sell the milk needed to make the crafts, I would make more silver on that right now alone than turning in a crate of tea. Though we just saw in KR they had a change on how Imperial deliveries work, so let's keep a lookout for that and how it changes the market. As much as you may not want to, leaving your PC on overnight doing an AFK life skill is another touchstone of making silver in this game. I highly recommend fishing. You can build a fishing mastery and fish for rare fish, or just go straight for relics. Either way is a ton of money overnight. I prefer relics because I always need memory fragments, especially with the mastery gear. Even though consistency should be a self-explanatory word, I'll talk about it by going over my daily routine, and hopefully you can pick up some tips. I start my day off with a nice cup of coffee and an inventory filled with fish and relics, with a full energy bar from fishing overnight in Tooth Fairy Cabin, with a plus 10 Balanos rod, plus 2 fishing clothes, and a tier 4 auto fishing time reduction pet. I normally wake up to about 10, 20, or even more relics depending on the time and RNG. From here I check in with my guild, see how everybody's doing, while I autopath up to Kelfion where I handle most of my life skilling. I sell my fish at the trader here for a little trading EXP, and then I max out my Imperial Cooking trade-ins. Sometimes I can't always clear it out with one channel or reset, so I'll come back to it before bed, or just channel swap while I do some cooking while I wait for the 10-minute cooldown. Once I'm done with that, I'll head down to Bear with my Tri-Manos gathering clothes and Tet Manos hoe to work on my gathering level, grab some dust, Kafirs, black gem fragments, and ultimately, money. The herbs you get from these gathers can be combined into an alchemy tool and sold for raw silver, which makes doing this a little more worth it than it may seem. Also, the gathering EXP is easily the best in the game, and remember, gathering levels equals mastery, and mastery equals more chance for rare drops and multiples of them. This routine can take up to 2 hours a day if I sneak in a little extra cooking or maybe use an energy pot while gathering. And if that's all the time I have for the entire day, I don't feel bad about it. Additional time to play the game in respect to making money for me is really driven by what the game is pushing us via the events or the patch, or frankly just what I'm in the mood for. I've done quite a bit of sailing lately, but it's also been a few weeks since I've actively grinded, so I'll make sure to grab a few extra hours at my favorite grind spot, which is currently Star's End, but I'm also saving up for the new EXP scrolls to make a solid push to 63 for the new casting buff for my class. Sometimes it can be a little less fun though when you realize that you're behind on your cooking and you need to spend a couple hours, again semi-AFK, just checking your cooking when it's done and resetting it to make sure that you're always getting your Imperial Cooking turn-ins if you decide that that's what you want to do to make money. The most important part of my routine is that I have time for it every single day. And that will definitely differ for everybody. But with the mastery system, the fact that I do repeat tasks every day means that I'll make more money over time doing those tasks. To make sure that I don't get burnt out, I take at least one full day off of the game a week, but that's just what I need. When making your own routine, have an honest understanding of your own personality and balance that against the importance of consistency in this game in respect to making silver. Once you figure it out, try to stick to it, but don't be afraid to make tweaks to prevent burnout. There's so many things to do in this game, and if you don't enjoy parts of it, then don't do it. I absolutely hate doing alchemy, so I stay as far away from it as possible, even though at times it's crazy profitable. It just burns me out faster than anything else in this game. I also really hate horse training, so I've just never done it. I just think fishing is less effort and way more consistent money. All players have little secrets about how they make money, and nobody will tell you everything, but make sure you watch good content creators like Blade Boquest, Jeffy the Wise, Moreland TV, Biohack TV, and others to get some good tips on making silver and life skilling. I'll also put a link to my favorite reference website, BD Foundry, in the description below. Take in as much information as you can and create your own methods of making silver. Remember, newer players, start slow, pick a few things and get good at it, then layer it. Don't try to do too much all at once. You'll burn out and you'll miss one of the greatest MMOs of this decade. That'll do it for this video. Please click the thumbs up and drop a comment with any questions you might have, and absolutely destroy that subscribe button from smashing it so hard. Come by the Twitch channel and ask questions there too, or just say hi. I'm live most evenings after 8 p.m. Eastern. Thanks for watching, hope it helped, and I'll catch you next time.